It's sad but very true that girls' sports are often underfunded, undervalued, and undersupported. My next guest is on a mission to change that. She's the executive director of Girls in the Game, a Chicago-based nonprofit that uses sports as a portal to help girls gain confidence, leadership skills, and to help them dream bigger. Let's welcome Meghan right now, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us a bit more.
Sure. So Girls in the Game has been around for 31 years.
Wow.
We were started by a group of women who attributed their success in life to their experience playing sports. They wanted to make sure that all girls had that same opportunity. So today we serve about 3,000 girls a year on the south and west sides of Chicago. We work in schools where girls don't have access to other sports programs, or if they do, it might be a co-ed program where, you know, you might have one girl who's going to jump in with the boys, but most girls aren't.
Yeah.
And so our programs provide this safe, non-competitive environment where, yes, we're doing sports, but more importantly, we're teaching girls, you know, all those important skills that go along with sports, like teamwork and resilience and confidence and a positive body image.
What are some of the programs that you do offer?
Sure. Our goal is really to serve girls year-round and over the long term. So, you know, in a perfect scenario, a girl will get involved with us when they're 7 or 8 and then stay involved as she grows up. So we offer a whole continuum of programs, our biggest program being our after-school program. And so our coaches go to schools once a week throughout the whole school year. They lead programs for girls. They're doing all kinds of sports. So girls might, you know, learn dance and yoga, but they're also doing soccer and basketball. And then we're also doing health and leadership curriculum at the same time. As girls get older, like in middle school and high school, our programs are much more leadership focused. And so we equip like high school girls, we'll teach them how to lead our curriculum for younger girls. They go out into the community, they lead workshops for younger girls. They start to see themselves as role models, start to see themselves as leaders.
It's empowering.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You also offer guidance for self-care and career development, which I find that's important because then you're looking to the future, not just of what's happening in the present, right?
Yeah, I mean, self-care is really important for girls right now. Like rates of anxiety and depression for teen girls are skyrocketing. And so we want to teach girls, like, it's really important to take care of yourself first before you can kind of take care of other people.
Oxygen mask mentality.
Absolutely. You know, and so we do things like journaling where, you know, give them journals and give them an opportunity to kind of get their thoughts out there, teach them mindfulness practices, things like that.
Journaling saved me. That's how I started songwriting. It just was therapeutic. It's like sometimes you're going through so much and you don't know how to say it. Like I'm better at writing than I am in conversation. I'm working on it. But I'm better at writing out my feelings. Like I've always been that kid. So I think that's so therapeutic and helpful, especially for people going through hard times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, any kind of tough situation. Tell us about the coaches. They're highly trained, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's really important for us that our coaches are able to go into programs and kind of deal with anything that might come at them that day. And so we train them not just on our curriculum and how to, lead the different health and leadership topics and the sports, but also in trauma-informed practices. You don't know what girls are going to be bringing into program that day. They live in communities that are facing some challenges.
Yeah, the whole kid, like what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And so, the coaches go through not just the curriculum, but also our best practices training. And we try to hire coaches that really are reflective of the communities where we work. We have a lot of alumni that come back and coach for us. So girls that might stay in Chicago for college, will coach with us once a week.
Yeah.
And even our full-time staff, we have, I think, 35% of them right now are alumni of our programs.
That's incredible. I know, I've always said this, and my mom is a teacher. Coaches, teachers, all these people, they're not just doing like whatever the curriculum is or whatever the object. It's so much more. It's like the social aspects of it, the emotional aspects of how they're growing and you're molding. It's just, I love teachers, I love coaches. I think they're really, it's that whole village mentality of raising the kid rather than just the parents. Our next guest started with Girls in the Game when she was just 14. Say hi to Alecia. Welcome to the show. You're just 14, so how'd you get involved? How'd you find out?
Yeah, like in middle school, I was just looking for a different opportunity. I was just playing basketball, and I was like, I think I'm tired of playing basketball right now through the summer. Yeah. I'm like, let's do something fun. And one of my school administrators mentioned Girls in the Game. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Get to play sports and watch kids. Like, why not? Yeah. And I did the summer there from 2005. Yeah. But I really enjoyed that time. And then also just seeing the girls and seeing them light up when they're playing it. And then I would tell them to do stuff and they listen. I was like, oh, okay. Coach Alecia is good. So that opportunity and that experience was a fun time. The funnest I ever had over the summer. And I was like, I want to keep up with this. And that's when I found out they had after school program, and I stayed around for after school. And then my junior year of high school, Teen Squad came about, and that's where the coaching bug hit. we were able to get trained and go out to the communities and lead younger girls.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fun. Like, how can I do this, forever? And and that's where all of it went uphill from there. And I just kept staying connected, staying involved. And the
Uphill,
coaches
you
was
kept
awesome.
going. You've been working your way up. Tell everybody about that. You've been working your way through the whole system now. You're
right after college, I went to Hope College in Holland, Michigan. And then after my master's, I came back and I was like, okay, what can I do? I did a year of service because I wasn't like, okay, I think I want to do this, but I was like, maybe it's something else. But I was like, no, just do it. It's fun. I love this. Stay involved.
Yeah.
And I was the assistant programs manager. And then I moved up to our citywide manager, which was over our camp. So then it was like after at the time, maybe 15 summers, I was like, now I get to be over it and create those fun moments for the girls. So I was like, let's turn up the fun notch, right? And I was able to do that. And then I ended up being our programs director, which now oversee all of our programs. And I get to be creative and think about ways to just
a lot of responsibility,
increase our quality of programming. So
Yeah. My favorite part of all of this is that you just keep speaking of joy. Like it made me feel good. I love doing it. I found joy in it.
And
I
I felt
kept
like
going.
a normal teenager, because at home I had to take care of my little brother, do all this other stuff. But then I was just around other girls, just being girls, talking about stuff that was happening in our lives and just having that space. Because a lot of times kids are just supposed to be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
But at Girls in the Game, you were able to question why we have to do this or what's the purpose of this.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, okay, we're doing this because. It wasn't like, no, sit down, listen, this is why.
Yeah.
So that kind of space to get girls to find their voice and be able to speak out and speak up is really one of the things that I value and I get to still do now as a program director. Like all those skills I learned at Girls in the Game, I used in all different facets of when I, moved up within the organization.
Yeah, it's so important too. Man, idle hands. Growing up growing up and you don't have much and there's so much around you that is negative that you could go a different route. I was so thankful that there were these after school programs. There were things that kept me busy to where I didn't go, because that changes the trajectory for people's lives, these programs. So.
And just having safe spaces and then especially for girls, having that space where you feel connected to your coaches, each other, but then most importantly, you feel safe.
Yeah.
And you feel like this is a place I'm supposed to be. You feel like you belong. And that's the most important
Find joy in
thing
it.
for the girls, for sure.
Yeah. You wanted to say something to Meghan, right?
Oh, yeah. Meghan is one of our, the best ED we've had so far.
Yeah.
When you think about servant leaders, that's her. If we need pizza program, and she's running to get it. Or if we need gift cards, she's running to get it. And you think EDs, they're so far removed, but she's always still about in the program. She cares about all the staff and how we grow professionally.
Yeah.
Again, she's known me for so long. So when I question myself, should I apply for this fellowship or should I apply for this cohort? She's always like, go for it. Why not? And she's like, let me proof this for you. Let me read this. When I do coaching jobs and she's looking at my presentations, she's always there. And that kind of energy and love just trickles down within the whole organization. And it's so easy having a leader like her lead us. Because with her passion, it's just infectious and it makes us want to do what, we can for the girls in the city.
Absolutely, an amazing, incredible ripple effect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, well, we love what Girls in the Game is doing to help young women in Chicago, and so does our season-long partner, Pilot Pen, makers of G2, the go-to pen of the Kelly Clarkson Show, and the new G2 Smiley World collection. This should make y'all happy. They're donating $5,000 to Girls in the Game to help out. It's such an amazing thing you're doing, and it's such a cool thing. You found joy in something, and then you stuck with it and working your way. That's just an incredible story. Thank you for sharing with us.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much.